Hi, Scorpio. I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to your mid-November 2022 money and career tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing presence, but I also want to remind you that this is general, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, okay? Just leave the rest behind. And I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and joined this Scorpion tribe as it grows by the day, and leaving me a comment, if not several, down below, okay? Wow, kind of losing my breath. But for whatever reason, I was pushed to start dancing and singing before Cancer's reading as well, but more so yours, okay? I'm getting this vibe where music is coming into play, you're feeling creative, even spark creativity in other people, okay? Realizations taking place. But we're gonna begin and pull from the Gilded Tarot deck. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's do some shuffling and see what we get for you. I did just channel the message, a time to impress. All right, a time to impress that might even be feeling a bit continued from the first half of the month and maybe even previous to it. Let's see what we got for you. Oh, I gotta clean up. Okay, keywording. For Scorpio. The Sun card, I feel like you're being reminded completion from the recent past, if not more so currently or upcoming, but it feels very past oriented for you. Completion leads to happiness. All right, that does come out with the Sun card quite often for me. But I feel like you are exuding sunny vibes, and that's helping you succeed, helping you impress. When you succeed at work or you succeed with your business or both, that makes you truly happy. You're reminded why you do something, and you're reminded once again why a specific change had to happen. So then it keeps you motivated to keep moving forward, right? To impress even more so. But as well, I feel like it's reminding you to be open to change in the near future, because what's working for you now may not necessarily work for you in, say, a couple months or a year, you name it. It's going to be a different timeline for each Scorpio drawn to this reading. Allow for the planets to align for you is what I'm getting. Interesting. Your placements within your chart are going to take a focus in regards to you being not more understanding, interesting. It may be with certain people you're working with, living with, but I feel like when it comes to understanding oneself as an employee, as a business owner, so I would definitely check out your Mars placement specifically when it comes to these readings. And just readings in general that you're drawn to. What else do we have for Scorpio? Okay, we have 3 more. Temperance. You might be living with, working with a Sagittarius. You may have heavy Sagittarius in your placements, or Leo, okay? So it feels like fire energy taking place. You may be exuding quite literally that sort of fire sign energy, regardless of which sign more so. Anyways, I do feel like it's a fast-paced part of the month where things are gonna feel they're moving quite quickly. Bear with me, as the energy here is affecting me. And I did also get the message, energy is everything, okay? But I do feel like you're communicating a lot, speaking a lot, but slow it down at certain points. I feel like, especially if you're in front of a group of people, certain one-on-one conversations even, especially if you're interviewing, overly speeding through what you're trying to communicate is not going to help the digestion of what you're trying to get across to that person or group of people, okay? But I feel like what you do convey is successful, but it's going to be even more so and easily absorbed if you just kind of slow it down a bit, right? But your innate ability to tell stories, to reiterate, I'm getting, to inform, that is coming into play, okay? The teacher about you, the leader within you is coming out to play. Interesting. So I feel like there's a fun vibe about the way you work, okay, or the way you produce and develop for your business, for your job. I feel like you're allowing for oneself to enjoy the work at hand, even if others don't fully see that as something that's doable or you should be doing it that way, right? Those who are admiring or just even observing your work could be going through some levels of training or remembering. I do feel like you are vibing to the music, okay? Again, that the word creativity is coming into play, but there could be somebody that you work with, live with, that's making you a bit nervous. I'm hearing don't watch over me. The 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. I do feel like there's a focus on your savings, wanting more control, needing to recognize that even if you don't have full control in the work environment or at home, it serves its purpose, or it's just very beneficial for you in a lot of ways. So try to keep one's head in the game is what I'm getting, your perspective healthy. Don't let oneself snowball things in your mind when you don't approve of something or something just feels irritating at certain moments, okay? Take a deep breath as they push me to lose mine. Okay, and then we also have temperance. So yeah, there's levels of patience you need to have when it comes to somebody, if not multiple people you live with, background noise when it comes to people you work with. I feel like one specific authority figure for some, you're going to need to focus on the positives, okay? Why are you at certain moments feeling so in the moment and having fun and feeling creative and just communicating successfully, and then you just can't get your mind or your focus off of that one irritation or just imperfection at work or at home or both, okay? It just try to shake oneself away from that focus, realign oneself with a more productive view on things. And if you desire a change, so be it. I feel as if you are valid and it may be a long time coming for you to make that change. So work towards it, okay? But I feel like comfort's coming into play. And also where you don't fit in. Some of you thinking about a lack of money all the meanwhile. I also feel like certain energies, right? Conversations taking place where you kind of feel the need to just very quickly step away or avoid conversations with certain people at work or at home or both. That's because you're trusting the vibe, the energy, your instincts, and okay, interesting. Your intuition is what I was going for. You do not need to wrap oneself up with people who don't feel right for you. Not everybody needs to be your person or your people, okay? And it may even benefit your work or just your overall experience, your day, your week as a whole, by avoiding those conversations, okay, or just certain experiences with people. Not everybody is healthy. The Queen of Cups coming out because I really do feel like there's a golden way about you, a caring nature about you, and a little bit feisty to a certain extent, right? Those can come hand in hand. But I also feel like your clothing choices throughout the second half of the month play into your workday, okay? Or just even the overall comfort for you. Obviously, when you're at home, you name it. I'm hearing travel. Might have to travel for work. You might be communicating in regards to travel. You might feel as if it's just the second half of the month where, again, things are quite quick in pace, right? Where you almost look back and you ask oneself, where the hell did this month go? Or this, even the second half to be specific once again. But you may just, in the midst of all of which, have to be moving around, migrating, right? Hopping in the car just on the public transportation to go to a meeting or just to get to work, right? Give yourself plenty of time is what I'm getting. Don't cut it close when it comes to getting to meetings, work, appointments on time. It's good to be early. I'm hearing you can be on time if you so choose. The Two of Cups, because I feel like your innate ability to connect with people is taking a highlight. And I also feel like you're meeting somebody new, whether they're new in the work environment. It could be in regards to an interview. This is a conversation with a stranger of importance. Interesting. You may feel like a fish out of water at a certain point, or they might, and you might have to show them the way, or you just might feel as if you both benefit each other in certain ways, in different ways, okay? I don't know why I just heard I make you happy. But we have the Five of Wands, and so the number 55 coming into play, as we did have the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel as if the second half of the month highlights certain levels of conflict. Arguing is what I'm getting specifically for some. Naysayers, negativity, unhealthy work aspects. Let's just put it that way. Again, reiterating why you steer clear of certain gossip, drama, unhealthy energies. Toxic behavior is what I'm getting. There's a need for patience when it comes to that, okay? Wanting more control over that, but I feel like it's just not yours to control, and it will just frustrate you and not give you the result you desire all the meanwhile, and might even negatively affect the future of the situation for you, okay? Or just the upcoming days, so just steer clear, okay? Rewind in your mind and you will see things clearly. Interesting. But I was going to say, before that just came out, utilize your hermit mode when you feel things aren't perfect. Escape a situation if need be to regain a healthy level of energy for oneself, to get back to a level-headed approach and way of viewing things. But we have the Nine of Cups and the Chariot. Yeah, very motivated, Scorpio. I almost called you Cancer. But I just feel like you're being pushed to recognize when you need to be cheering to oneself, to all you overcome, all you accomplish, put up with. You're one strong soul from all you've been through, right? And I feel like money's flowing in as expected. In the upcoming months, do expect that unexpected income, okay? As contradicting as that sounds, but it just feels like this is an expected time for you, okay? Where you put your efforts, your energy, your resources, you see progress, you see growth, you see money flowing in. Put money aside, even if you have a bunch already saved. I don't know why that's coming out, because I feel like you have a big change on the horizon, okay? That came out very condescending, and I didn't mean for it to. Keywording. Think before you speak is what I'm hearing. Think before you speak. Wow, these are not shuffling very easily. Okay, yeah, impressive work. Not surprised to see this coming out. As well as money-making machine. I feel like your motivation lies in the category of you desiring more money, okay? Feeling like a bit of a workaholic at certain points. Even in your downtime, you're brainstorming, you're creating, developing, you're thinking about the next steps for oneself when it comes to your career or how to make more money. Could be in regards to putting efforts towards a side hustle. But you're being reminded that you are a star in the making in your own individual way, okay? You gotta believe that. Let's actually pull one more tarot before we wrap this up. Yeah, with the Two of Pentacles once again, to top off this pyramid looking situation here. I just heard pyramid scheme. Be aware of when something is not all it's cracked up to be, okay? Or just risky to even consider. Because I do feel like you're attracting opportunities at this time. Allow for oneself to prioritize your happiness as you go through a bit of a balancing act. And there are certain levels of emotion underneath it all while you're working, while you're dealing with certain levels of chaos once again, while you think about or just desire, plan for change, okay? But allow for one's focus to be on all that you're accomplishing at this time, as it is a very successful period for you of true motivation, true impressing taking place, claiming your victory as a Scorpio from all you've been through, all of the efforts you put forth. It hasn't been easy, but it's worth it all the meanwhile, given you are seeing oneself quite victorious and you're manifesting success as, again, you are this money-making machine, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.